Alright guys, Hayzink here, welcome back to the channel for another Street Fighter Duel video. So in today's video, I'm actually going to be touching on something that Payne recently spoke about, and it's actually something that's very interesting, and it's something that I wanted to talk about before. Just for a bit of context, like, Payne would have no idea that I was even ever at any point considering doing this, and you guys might just think I'm making this video as a reaction to his video. I'm not. I had wrote a massive script. It's probably about 2 pages long, where I was going to record a video talking about the pitfalls of gacha. Now, Payne has recently, in his most recent video about being honest, was like talking about whaling and people with gambling addictions and stuff like that. And if you've paid attention at all to some of my other videos, there's a few of them recently. I can't really point you to anyone specifically because I make throwaway comments like this quite a lot. I've made kind of, I want to say, light throwaway comments to people having like addictive personalities and impulse control issues and stuff like that, and how these games are basically geared towards them, right? And I've also made videos talking about like how they're quite predatory and stuff like that, right? So the fact that Payne's been quite on the nose talking about it, I feel like I may as well just like share my feelings. I'm not going to make the video with the full scripting and stuff because, to be honest, it's a bit, I don't want to say hypocritical. I guess I am saying it's hypocritical, right? To be honest, I'm kind of exposing myself a wee bit here, and I don't mind doing that. I mean, if I stood up just now, you would see that I'm not wearing any trousers, so I could expose myself quite easily. I am wearing pants though, so boxer shorts, so don't get any strange ideas, you know. But honestly, I think gachas suck. I enjoy playing them, right? I enjoy playing them. I love playing them. But the monetization, the predatory nature of them sucks. It really does. And the reason that I feel I'm a bit of a hypocrite and I'm kind of exposing myself a bit here is because technically I'm part of the problem. You know, I can see that I'm part of the problem. I am the type of person who is showing these companies that it's okay to do this, when honestly deep down I don't think it is okay to do this. If we look at this game, for example, I really like this game. Hands up, I really like this game. I don't know why, to be honest. It must be the IP, because when it comes to like being a game, there's not much gaming going on. And I mean, especially if you're where I am, where Payne is. When Payne's further than me, right? But I'm done already. Like, if I can maybe squeeze out a level today, then that'll be more I've done on this account than anything else. And part of the reason of starting a free-to-play journey, again, being completely honest, there's 3 reasons. 1, for my own enjoyment. 2, because I need to make videos that my viewers can relate to a little bit more real. A little bit more realistically. That's better. And 3rd, really, I need more videos for the channel, right? Plain and simple. I need more videos for the channel. I want to do YouTube. I am a father of 2 disabled kids. I cannot go out and do your normal 95 gig. I can't do it because I have a high level of care and responsibility for these 2 kids, and I very rarely get to venture outside these 4 walls, you know? So something like YouTube is, I guess, like a self-employment style opportunity. So I need to keep putting out content. I need to basically hit record every time the slightest idea comes into my head, and I need to talk to you guys about it. So like, that's the reason that these games work for me, right? Obviously, Payne touched on the fact that some gacha creators wail because they try to recoup their revenue through YouTube and stuff like that. Can I just be real with you guys? Like, seriously? People don't really like talking numbers, but I'll talk numbers, right? My most viewed video so far for Street Fighter Duel is the guide I did for the Inverse Cave. No, the Frozen Lake thing, that one. It's got about 50k views, right? So it's got about 50k views. That video has generated around about £300 in revenue, right? That is 3 packs in this game. 3 packs. You would have to really be hitting, I'd say, on average, 10 to 15k views per video on multiple uploads per day to even remotely recoup any of your investment. So anyone who's considering doing YouTube to fund the gacha game you're playing, it's just not going to happen. It's really not going to happen, right? If you're enjoying the game, fair enough, right? Fair enough. But anyway, back to the point. So the thing about these gacha games is they are extremely predatory in nature. The most free-to-play friendly gacha games, right, are still predatory. Saying something is free-to-play friendly, what that actually translates to is it is slightly less predatory than this other game. However, it is still predatory. It's still going to, at key moments in your time playing the game, it's still going to throw things at you like, get this, save 500% or 1000% value. That is literally there to trigger the emotional response in your brain that says, if I don't buy this, I suck, I'm a loser. What if later on I need this thing and I don't buy it now, and then later on I've got to pay that 500% higher value? A really easy way to kind of look at this as an analogy point of view, I do this all the time, I'm a sucker for this. You go to the shops, you're looking to buy yourself a bottle of Pepsi Cola. It's £2, £2 in my country, for a bottle of Pepsi Cola. So you walk into the shops and you see £2 or 2 for £3. You don't need to, but you see 2 for £3 and you think, hang on, 2 for £3 is cheaper than £2 each. I'm going to buy that, right? I'm going to buy that. And you go up the road with something that you don't want. You think you've saved money, but you've not. You've spent more money than you intended to spend, right? And the way that they get you is the company who makes the thing that's been reduced, they've already factored in the cost for that. So they could have just sold you that item at $1.50. That's ideally in their head, they knew that's how much they're going to make. But what they do is they price it up so that they can bring it down. It's basically called anchor pricing, right? In the gacha market, it's called anchor pricing. With things like Dokkan and stuff like that, and even this, I'll use Dokkan as a bigger example as it's got a longer history of this. Dokkan, stone packs. Nobody buys the stone packs unless they're on sale. Well, Truth does sometimes, right? But apart from him, most people don't buy stone packs when they're on sale because they're ridiculously high, right? They're ridiculously high. But then see when there's offers, people are like, right, I've got to buy them. I've got to get my summons. I'm suddenly going to get free multis for this price. And it seems like a good deal. But they've still spent maybe 100, 150 bucks on, what, 6 summons? And they've aligned themselves in their head with the rationale that they're getting a good deal. But they're not. You literally, as players of all these games, we've just been manipulated into thinking that this is a better deal than that, when the reality is, all the deals are garbage. It's true, they're all garbage across all gacha games. It doesn't matter what gacha game you play, they're all garbage. Now I too now totally realise as I'm doing this that I am completely shitting on the, I want to say, genre? Can you really call gacha games a genre? I mean, fighting games are a genre, RPGs are a genre. Spending money on something and not knowing what you're going to get, do you call that a genre, or do you just simply call that a mechanic? I think it's a mechanic. It's a monetization mechanic, right? But they're all garbage. I mean, they are. The systems behind them are garbage. The games can be good, the games could be fun, but the way they monetize them, the way they go after people, the way that they literally want to squeeze every single last penny from your pocket, is bad. And this isn't me having a go at Street Fighter. I could have put anything up on screen right now. I could have in it and it would have applied. The one way that I feel like Street Fighter is worse, and I do, I'm being honest, is usually when a game is expensive for you to gain character A, right? Let's just say character A. I'm not going to name any specific characters, right? In fact, you know what? I can dislike, right? Dislike. It's expensive, right? Dislike is expensive. Dislike doesn't have the best pity system in the world, although it's got better compared to when I played it, anyway. But the thing about dislike is, while it's expensive, while the pity's not the best, although I'm pretty sure now it's like 2 pity hits and you'll get the unit or something. When you actually get that unit, that 1 copy of that unit works. Sure, you can make it stronger with dupes. Sure, it's going to get better if you pull more copies. But that singular copy you pull, it's good to go. You just need to level it and stuff, and you can enjoy really everything that unit's got to offer. There's no like hidden things other than maybe extra power-ups and stuff hidden behind more copies, right? Dokkan. You do need more copies of that to unlock some of the potential like additionals, crits and stuff. But in general terms, 1 copy, you can use it. You can. And then later on with like coins and stuff, you can generally get other copies of that fairly easy. But even then, to max potential it, you need 4. Right, 4 copies. The Skyer, you needed 1 copy. That was it. Because they had a thing called any prinnies, which were universal dupes, and you could just level for free. You could max your character as if you'd pull 10 copies over time for free with this universal dupe system, right? And it was free to play friendly. However, still predatory because it's a gacha. The biggest drawback of this game, like hands down, like, I mean, it doesn't even come close, is this. Look at how many dupes we need. It's insane. I mean, specific characters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 for normal characters. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 for this type of character, right? And the easiest place to pull this type of character, the easiest place to pull this type of character is here in a divination pool, right? This is the easiest place that you can pull this type of character. And you know what? Honestly, you can go 7-10 multis and not get a copy of the character. Not 1 copy of the character. Right, I am going to waste a divination summon now just to show you how bad these can be, right? If I pull this unit, it's going to just be absolutely disprove. No, it's not going to disprove anything, right? Because I've probably done about 6 rolls and not had one, so I might actually be due a unit runabout now, right? But this is what's going to happen when you summon for AKUMA. You're going to come in here, you're going to hit this. If I pull a unit now, it's just going to be... Right, I didn't, right? So more often than not, this is what you're going to get, right? And then, when you look at your items, yeah, it's working the way I thought it was going to work. This is what I wanted to show you, right? So when you pop your items, you'll see that you get some resources, which is great. But see, a lot of the times, you will get loads of these. 1 shard towards a memory. And depending on where you are, you're going to need like 400 of these just to gain 1 level on that memory. You're going to gain fodder that's low. And you're going to get B fodder, right? You're going to get some resources. Yeah, wow, a 24-hour speed up, right? That's equivalent of 5k gems. 5k gems, right? So if on average it's taking you 7 summons to hit a unit, that's 35k gems. 35k gems. You know, people should not have to summon as much to get the unit at a high level. This isn't a dig at Crunchyroll. This is not a dig at A+. This is not a dig at anyone other than Topjoy, I suppose, because they're the one that went with this insane amount of dupes. People will probably say to me, Hayzink, you've never played an idol before, they're all the same. I really want to know, if those idols are the same, do they also give you such poor shots that get them, summoning in pools that are like this. I mean, I would rather summon here, honestly, have a shot at getting something else useful, have a shot at potentially walking away with one of those units and getting fodder in the background that I could use elsewhere, because that other system is hot garbage. It is absolute hot garbage, right? And the thing is, because of like hidden pities that we didn't know about, because of on your first few rolls you hit a bison, then you hit another bison, then you hit 2 more bisons. Sure, you guys watching know, you know, because I've spoke about it, other people have spoke about it, you guys know that that shit is rigged at the start. It's gonna give you good rolls up until you hit number 12. Then, boom, it's gone. Right, you know that. But do you know how small the proportion of players playing games like this, like Raid Shadow Legends, like Genshin and all the rest of it, do you know how small the proportion of players are that actually go onto Discords, go onto Reddits, go onto Twitter, go onto YouTube to watch videos? Most of these people just play the games. They don't know about these things, they don't know about these mechanics, so they've went through their first 12 rolls, they've thought, oh my god, that's fantastic, every time I see one of these divination things, I'm going to buy it, because then when AKUMA comes out, I'm going to have this amount of tokens, I'm going to have that amount of tokens, and they've stopped up thinking, I'm going to get this guy nice and easily. When the reality is, most people, to get AKUMA as an example, up to triple S tier, they're going to end up spending like 450k diamonds or tickets. Well, it's 450k tickets. I don't know, it's a lot, right? Financially, most people are going to spend between $800 to over $1,000 to get this unit, just to triple S. And it's mental that we play and support games like that. Again, I might be like going completely Scotch earth here and destroying my viewership. I don't know. I feel like there's people who probably shouldn't play these games. I feel like there's people who have too easy to be tempted, you know. And people like myself who've got ADHD, which is getting treated now, so it's not as bad. But I know what it was like before. You see something flashing up, you need that dopamine hit. You need it. So you do it. You make bad decisions. Like, it's well documented, people with ADHD have very poor impulse control, bad spending habits, you know, they don't think ahead. It's, who cares if I need food on Thursday, I can do this now, you know, like that's kind of how it is. There's people with gambling addictions who do this, although to be honest, if you've got a gambling addiction, like, you're probably already going to the bookies or playing slots or whatever, you know, so you already know if that's you. You've just got people who've generally got addictive personalities who have massive fear of missing out, you know, where their buttons are pushed to feel like this, like that chest sitting right there. Look at it counting down. Look at it, it's just counting down, saying buy me. If you don't buy me, you're going to miss the opportunity to buy me. All these things are just triggers, you know. All these red dots everywhere, they're all just triggers to pull you in. You go look and it's like, oh crap, wait, if I spend money here I can get this, you know. Gachas suck. They do. If you're someone who can be free to play and get enjoyment out of these games, you are beating the system. You are the winner because you are getting past all of their manipulation tactics. You are breaking them down. They're not breaking you down. So this is why I said before in another video, free to play players have the most fun, because you guys are literally getting a free game. If you can enjoy what you get from that free game, you have beaten the system, you have beaten these companies who see you as nothing but a financial picker who they can take as much money from as possible. And then when you start drying up to give them funds because you've hit a point where I'm strong enough, I can do this, I can do that without spending, then they layer in a new level of power to get the players who waited, who can look at that and say, that whale's not spending anymore. If I buy this stuff, I'll get stronger than him. And then the cycle repeats. I've seen it so many times. So, I mean, while I didn't use the scripting video I had, I covered a few of the points. I've got a lot more examples of extreme monetization and extreme greed and player manipulation, you know. This game's fun. This game's fun. It's unnecessarily expensive. Like, it really is. Unfortunately, like I said, I've got ADHD, so my thought train went from trying to say to you guys, I'm not shitting on Street Fighter Duel, to maybe inadvertently I did. I didn't mean to. I think I've always been quite honest that I feel like the monetization side of this game is brutal. It's absolutely brutal. And my big fear just now is people don't realise how badly they're about to get screwed when AKUMA comes. You could easily have saved up 150k diamonds, and if you get AKUMA to maybe SS, you will be lucky. That is how rough divination can be. Because like I say, 7 summons, 35k, just do the maths on it yourself, right? 7 summons on average to hit the unit. I've seen it on my videos, I've seen it on Payne's videos, Marky's got videos. 7, 8 is a rough number it can take to kind of land on the unit quite regularly. Just do the math on that, right? So for 4 copies, it's 140k diamonds. And that, obviously you could get lucky, right? But there's going to be a lot of free-to-play players who are going to be like, oh my god, I saved up 200k's, I've only got an S plus AKUMA, I hate this. Like, it's going to happen, hands down. It's the next drama, I can 100% tell you. Anyway, shout out to Payne for giving me the balls to like actually share my thoughts on this. If I practiced what I preached, I wouldn't play these games. I wouldn't. But I like them, I enjoy them, probably for the reasons I already said, you know, addictive personality, I need dopamine hits from my ADHD, I know it. I'm literally the target market. They have pictures of me in their wall, they're like, we want his money. But clearly, those people worse than me. And when I say people worse than me, Payne showed me an image where someone has almost, and I mean almost, we're talking less than 20 under, 1,000 of these. 1,000. Do you know how many poison packs that is? And they are $100 each. You get 8. You get 8. I mean, that is just... We are talking buy a house money, and the game's only been out for just over a month. It's madness. Madness. If ever I get to that stage, somebody needs to just take me out back, put a gun in my head and just end it, because I will have lost my damn mind. Right? I mean, it's all relative. For all I know, the person's a multi-millionaire and it's nothing to them. But if you're watching this video, Mr. Multi-Millionaire, I've got a PayPal link in my description. Stop buying divination tokens. Give me your money. I'll take it. Anyway, guys, I don't want to call this a rant. I don't want to call this a PSA. I want this to be classed as me being transparent, where I never, ever, ever try and encourage you guys to spend. If you watch my old Disgaea content, which is still available in playlists, it's delisted, but it's in playlists, you can still find it. I've never made videos saying this unit is a must summon, you must get this unit, or your account needs this or that, because I feel like as a content creator I have a responsibility to the people who watch me. I will make preview videos, I will say this unit's good, this is what they do, but it's up to you if you summon. I feel like when you start throwing about words like must get, must summon, it immediately piles pressure onto the people who are watching you, and then you become the catalyst for them potentially spending money, and that is not something I want to do or be. So when you see me previewing videos, don't ask me if you should summon for a unit, because honestly, I don't want that responsibility. It's as simple as that. Anyway, I've been Hayzink. God knows why I recorded this video, but I did. Anyway, peace.